stage, that is called implantation and nidation. Now this is your the filial end where this ovum is waiting for the fertilizations. Day 1, then comes to the day 2, 12 to 24 hours. The sperms comes after ovulations. Then we will see the third stage where we will see the DNA duplication takes place. The fourth, then within 30 hours, this is your second cell stage formation in the uterine tube. Then within 3 days, there is 8 cell formations. Ultimately, we will see 7 days, 8 days, that is 60 cell stage, and then 8 to 9 days it will puncture the endometrium and the fluid will accumulate within this. This is a blastocyst formation. This process is called the implantation. So, it is the endometrium, myometrium and the perimetrium of the uterus where we will see the implantation takes place. Implantation either in the anterior wall or the posterior wall of the uterus normally takes place, but sometimes this implantation can be takes place in other than the uterine implantation. Normally the uterus is the place for implantation where the baby will be growing, but other than that, abnormally it can be implanted into different places where we will see the different types of pregnancy. First, we will see in the ovarian implantation giving us the ovarian pregnancy. This is abnormal side of implantation. In the filial end, in the ampulla, there is ampulla type of implantation. Within the tube, that is called tubal implantation, very important, that is called tubal pregnancy. It can burst the tube and comes to the abdomen, coming to the abdominal type of implantation of pregnancy. It can be attached with the interstitial of the uterine tube, can be interstitial type of pregnancy, or it can come to the lower uterine segment in the cervix. It is called the cervical type of pregnancy. But whatever may be the reasons for implantation, one important things to happen, that is the disappearance of the zona pellucida. If zona pellucida does not disappear, there will be no implantation. The fertilized zygote will goes out of the vaginal introitus, but the fertilization zygote to be implanted, the first thing that is to occur is the disappearance of the zona pellucida. As soon as zona pellucida disappears, the blastocyst get implanted. It is the early disappearance of the zona pellucida that happens to give us to this type of formation of the abnormal side of pregnancy or implantation. Late disappearance of the zona pellucida, that it cross uterine tube comes to the lower uterine segment of cervix, giving rise to the cervical type of pregnancy. So, one factor is very important for the implantation, that is disappearance of the zona pellucida. If the zona pellucida disappears early, then this abnormal side of implantation takes place in an abnormal type of pregnancy. And normal, the uterine cavity, the zona pellucida disappears, blastocyst get implanted, that is the normal type of pregnancy. Late disappearance of the zona pellucida gives rise to the lower uterine or cervical type of pregnancy. So, in the next class, we will go into the details of implantation, what happens. But this is in just the different sides of implantation, which is very important, important phenomena in the first week of development. Okay.